When you think of a queen, you instantly think of high respect and of someone who always gets their way, right? Well, what if I told you that you can get the same respect and everything that you want through embodying your inner queen energy? The thing is that a queen isn't just a queen. She's someone who holds certain qualities, standards, and mindsets that then gets her the queen treatment that she receives. And not just with people, but with everything that she desires in her life. In this video, I'll be giving you 10 micro habits of women who always get their way and of women who are in their queen energy. But more so, I'll be sharing the qualities that you need to have to go from things never working in your favor to things always working in your favor. But first, let me know down in the comments which one of these habits you're going to start embodying right after this video. Because I want you to start embodying this queen inner energy as of right now. So we need to start claiming it. The first micro habit of women who are in their queen and receiving energy is that they have an abundant mindset. She doesn't focus on what she lacks in her life. She focuses on what she already has and what she's already receiving. Instead of constantly reminding herself that she's not making enough money, or that she hasn't found a good partner, or that she isn't successful yet. She reminds herself that in her own way, she is already making enough money. She reminds herself that she is already receiving love from all of the people around her, whether it's her children, her parents, or her best friend. And she also reminds herself that she's already successful for all of the wonderful things that she has overcome all on her own. Having an abundant mindset is also about knowing that there is enough for everyone. It's knowing that you don't have to compare your life to others, because if someone else can have it, you most certainly can too. It's cheering for other people's success because you know that your time will come as well. You know that their success does not take away from yours. When you see the girl with the perfect partner who spoils them and loves them unconditionally, you know you're capable of attracting someone like that as well. When you see someone enjoying their life, having financial freedom, traveling the world, you know that you're also going to be living that lifestyle in due time. Because a queen doesn't compare her throne to another. She knows she's already abundant and lucky right now in the present moment. The thing with this is that you have to know that good things can and will happen to you. So start paying attention to what you already have rather than what you're missing, rather than what you lack. So write a list down of everything you're already abundant in and look at it every single day as a reminder. Micro habit número 2 is so critically important, yet a habit that a lot of women don't have, and that is to be open to receiving. This is the true nature of a queen and a feminine woman. It's to receive. But you'd be surprised, just because you want to be spoiled, just because you want to receive more things in your life, doesn't necessarily mean that you feel safe or worthy of receiving them. Think about how you feel when someone offers to pay for you. And it doesn't matter how small or big it is. It can be that someone is offering to pay a meal for you, or that someone's offering to pay a vacation for you. How does that actually feel in your body? You know what? How do you feel when someone is doing nice gestures for you, like opening a door, helping you bring in groceries, changing the oil in your car for you, or even just giving you compliments? When someone tells you how pretty you look, is there any part in you that resists that, or that feels shame in receiving, like you're not worthy of it? Is there any part of you that wants to respond back with, "Oh no, it's okay, you don't have to do that for me, I don't want to be a bother," or anything like that? I used to be this type of girl without even realizing it. Receiving just didn't feel right, specifically if it came from a man. But really just anyone. If you want to be open to receiving more, you're going to have to start allowing yourself to receive more. So no more no's, and instead more thank yous. And I mean, isn't a queen constantly receiving gifts and admiration? And what does she do? She simply allows it. She simply lets herself have it because she knows she's worthy of it. So my love, allow yourself to be taken care of. Allow yourself to receive help even with the things you know you can do on your own. It's through the same energy that you'll then start receiving the bigger things, like more money, good luck, and bigger blessings. And that is, of course, without you energetically or subconsciously blocking it. Oh, this is such a good one, because women who always get their way always, and I mean always, choose alignment over instant gratification. And here's what I mean. Women who are lucky and spoiled by the universe understand that in order to attract what they desire, they also have to be willing to say no to the things that are not in alignment with them, so that the things that are in alignment with them can just flow in. And let's dive deeper into this. Let's break it down a little bit more. Instant gratification is wanting to experience pleasure or fulfillment without any delay. The problem is that because you want that instant gratification, that instant good feeling, you also indulge in things that are not good for you in the long run. Instant gratification is giving into eating pizza instead of making yourself a salad at home. It's spending hours scrolling on your phone, getting that quick high dopamine hit when you know you should have spent that time working towards your goals or working towards a project. It can also be agreeing to see your ex who you know you shouldn't be seeing, all because you want that good quick feeling. But the problem is that these things are not actually going to feel good in the long run. The stomach ache or the bloating that you're going to get after eating that pizza is not going to be worth it. Falling behind on your project or on your goals because you spend too much time on your phone scrolling isn't worth it later on. And continuously going back to your ex doesn't just block you from potentially meeting someone else, someone better, but it also doesn't feel good in the long run. So these things only slow you down and make you feel bad about yourself. And then you're wondering why you're not succeeding in life, why things are not working out in your favor, why you're not lucky enough, why you don't get your way. And it's because you're choosing instant gratification over long-term gratification. It's because you're not choosing what's actually in alignment with you. So it's not always necessarily that some women are just lucky and get everything that they want. It's that they have these rules in place that make sure they get everything they want. They have boundaries and they have standards. And think about it this way. A queen will always choose what's in alignment with her over what's not, even if she has to wait for it. Girl, let me tell you right now that if you can truly embody and apply this particular habit, you're always going to be 10 steps ahead. Habit number 4 deals with knowing that you are the chosen one, that you are the it girl. It's about knowing that you are special. And because you're special, you know that things always work in your favor. That's it. This is also what people refer to as the law of assumption. And I know this is a lot easier said than done, because when things don't always work in your favor, or when you don't genuinely feel like the type of person who is lucky, this is going to be hard to believe and assume. However, that doesn't mean that you can't change this mindset around, even if at first it feels a little unreal. The thing that I want you to remember is that most lucky people aren't actually lucky. However, they expect themselves to be lucky. And let me give you an example of this. If I'm being completely honest, I don't always consider myself a lucky person, but I will say that in the areas in which I consider myself a lucky, I've never been let down. I have this thing that no matter where I go, I assume that I'm always going to find close parking. And I kid you not, this works like magic. Because every single time that I go somewhere, I end up finding a parking spot that is close to whatever building I'm going to. And this is a mindset that is ingrained in my mind. And I don't know, it's literally pretty amazing, but it works every single time. This is also one of the techniques that Helen Hetzel used while manifesting all of the things that she manifested, like winning the lottery, winning a house, and all of the other things. People literally called her the contest queen because she won every single contest that she would enter to by assuming and visualizing herself already having it and winning. She never doubted or questioned if she would be lucky enough to have it. She already knew, like truly within, that she would. So instead of assuming that you're going to get a no or that you won't get your way, assume a yes and assume that you will get your way. Start playing around with this idea, and I promise you that the more you can embody it, the more you're going to feel that it is true. I will say that it takes a little bit of time and practice, but it does work. So don't let yourself get discouraged at first when you see that they're not working, and instead keep trying until your subconscious mind catches up to your reality. And just remember that a queen always gets her way. She doesn't even think of the possibility of the universe telling her no. And if for whatever reason things don't work out in her favor, it's just for her highest good. Habit numero 5 is regulating your nervous system. And before you skip over this tip, I strongly suggest that you hear me out, because this is one, if not the most important habit out of all the other habits. Remember how I mentioned in habit number 2 that just because you want to receive more, it doesn't actually mean that you feel safe in receiving more? Well, that's because of your nervous system. Your nervous system is what determines your capacity of how much you can receive and if you can hold what you receive. For example, let's say that you meet someone who seems really ideal for you, or let's say that you get this big opportunity that feels a little surreal. Yeah, you're going to feel really excited about it, but there's also going to be a part of you that's going to tense up. There's a part of you that won't really accept it. There's a part of you that's going to start questioning and doubting everything. You'll start questioning if this person is setting you up, if somebody's just playing games with you. And that's because your nervous system is saying, This is unsafe. This is unfamiliar, which then leads you to sabotaging that wonderful opportunity, all because your nervous system couldn't hold it or receive it. Just remember this. Safety equals receptivity. As the queen and lucky person that you are, you need to feel safe in your body while receiving. And a way that you can do this is by reassuring yourself when you feel dysregulated, when you feel that uncomfortableness or that rejection coming up. In that moment, instead of wanting to walk away from this opportunity, think of yourself as a little girl who is scared to try something new. How would you talk to her? You'd be compassionate towards her, right? And you would affirm to her that she is safe, that she's okay. So I want you to close your eyes in that moment and place your hands over your heart and affirm to yourself, I'm okay. It is safe to receive. It's safe to be loved. It's safe to have more and to receive more money. I'm worthy of this. I can do this, and so on. Another really great technique that I love to use as I'm reassuring myself is tapping on my body as I say these affirmations. I also love practicing stillness, because when you're still, when you're present, when you rest, when you're just being, your nervous system is calm. Your nervous system is not rigid or on alert. And this will really teach your nervous system that it's okay to just be, to just receive. Now on to habit number 6. And this is one that I feel like should be by default. I feel like you should have this habit no matter what, especially if you want to align yourself with what you feel worthy of and with what you desire. And that habit is having high standards. The thing is that you teach the universe what you're willing to accept through your standards and through your boundaries. You can't say that you want a high quality man but continue dating men who give the bare minimum. You can't say that you want to be wealthy but continue settling for the low-paying job. And you can't expect respect from people but not speak up for yourself. What signal do you think you're putting out by tolerating less than what you think you're worthy of? You're sending a signal that says that you're okay with things that aren't aligned with you, that you're okay with not getting your way. So if you want to get your way in relationships, with money, and in general with the type of life that you want to have, you need to have standards. Standards that no matter what, you will not bring down. The other thing is that I love about having high standards is that when you have high standards and you show up as a woman who has high standards, people will have no option but to approach you and treat you as a high standard woman. When you respect yourself, people respect you. And having standards is a form of self-respect. And all this is just being clear about what you want and what you will or will not tolerate, and firmly standing with that. Okay, my love, now on to the next habit. And girl, please do not take this habit lightly. This is what's going to get you into the energy of ease, flow, abundance, and lucky girl syndrome type of energy. Habit number 7 is about being playful. It's about tapping into your inner child. It's about being free and not taking life so seriously, because you're not just your responsibilities, you're not just your to-do list, and life doesn't always have to feel so forced and rigid. Here's what I want you to keep in mind. The more you lighten up, the faster things flow towards you. Playful energy equals receptive energy, meaning that the more that you can detach from your desires, the more you can stop forcing and fixating on things, and the faster things will come to you. This is how you become a magnet to your desires. It's through detachment, it's through play, it's through enjoying the process. And if I'm being completely honest with you, it's one of the lessons that was hardest for me to learn. When I first started posting on my YouTube channel, yes, I was posting out of my pure heart because I genuinely enjoy empowering other women. But at the same time, I wasn't making any other income, and I wanted to make a career out of this. But because of that, I was fixating on this way too much. Like it had to succeed. Otherwise, I didn't feel safe. Otherwise, I felt like I wasn't going to be able to make ends meet. That also stole away the joy. That also took away some of my creative energy. That also took away me enjoying the process of it. And I feel like this is also when my channel wasn't growing as fast. And the more that I tap back into this playful energy with that, the more I see it grow. And this can go with anything in your life. You can apply this in your dating life. You can apply this to your responsibilities. You can apply this to your self-development journey. It's not about always fixing something or always needing it to go your way. It's about the journey and how much you can enjoy the ride. It's about laughing more, being more playful, being goofy, being silly, and not just focusing on your duties and your responsibilities and the end goal. Have fun while dating. Have fun while falling in love with yourself. Have fun while achieving your goals. Romanticize it. Think of how a child would approach all of this. They always want want to make everything a game, do that as well. Habit number 8 is such a powerful one, even if it doesn't really seem like it. As someone who always gets their way, you also speak with intention. This means that you understand the power of your tongue and of your words. You don't use words like I'm broke or make statements like all men are the same. You don't ever say that you're unlucky because you know that words hold power. You know that those are affirmations. You're claiming it. You're confirming that to be true. When you speak things like this into your life, you're not just saying it to say it. These words come true and reflect back in your reality because that's actually what you believe internally. You have to remember that your subconscious belief is what makes up your reality. And if you want to dive deeper into that whole concept, I just made a video on it. So I highly recommend watching that because this is real powerful stuff here. Not the surface level stuff, but think about it like this. Let's say that you have the internal belief that you have to struggle and work really hard for money. Wealth will never truly flow to you if this is what you're affirming. If you keep reminding yourself of how you're not confident, you will continue to feel like you're not a confident person. So remember, my love, that a woman who always gets her way, a woman in her queen energy, always speaks with intention. She's careful about her words. Instead of saying I'm broke, she'll say I'm being intentional with my money right now. Instead of saying that all men are the same, she'll say some people still need some growing to do, but there is someone special for me out there and I'll meet them in due time. This is about not affirming or fueling your negative beliefs because if not, you'll make them more real. This is about remaining open to good things happening to you despite the unlucky things that have happened to you in your past. Okay. Another aspect of women who always get what they want in life is that they have structure in their life. They're not just going on about their life with no direction or plan, because if they do, they'll be pulled in all types of directions. If they do, they'll be living an unorganized life with no real growth or success. Women who always get their way take accountability and understand the part that they play in their own success and their own luck. For this reason, they're very smart and they're very strategic about the decisions that they make, about the people that they surround themselves with. And they're also smart about how they spend their money. Now, please do not confuse having structure with being overly controlling or too strict, because a lot of women are like that, and that's because they're too much in their masculine energy, which I also have a video on. I'll tag it here and here. A wise woman, a woman that always gets her way, knows that she should also leave room for flow and for unexpected things to happen while she's being strategic about her life, while having a daily routine and having good habits. A woman that always gets her way dances in harmony between her masculine energy, which is all about the structure and discipline, and her feminine energy, which is about the ease, the flow, and the rest. And this is something that I highly stand for, is having structure, being disciplined or devoted without it feeling forced, without it feeling like an obligation. And I do have an entire video on how you can do this. In this video, I share 6 wonderful tips on how you can make your life easier, save yourself time, and make being disciplined, productive, and structured feel aligned with you. I'll tag that up here and also put it in the description down below. Essentially, having structure as a woman that always gets her way, that things always work out for her, is knowing that you need to set goals. And it's working towards these goals on a daily basis by having daily tasks. And I know that some women are against following a to-do list, but the thing is that this ensures that you're not just wasting your time or spending your time in limbo. It ensures that you're slowly but surely creating the life that you desire, a life of abundance and of ease. The very last habit of a woman that is in her queen energy and that always gets her way is that she is grateful for everything that she has in her life. She's grateful for the simple things and even the challenging things. And this is because she knows that those challenging times help her grow. She knows that there's typically some sort of blessing behind these times. Here's the thing that I want you to realize. Being grateful not only puts you in a more positive and uplifted energetic space, like feeling happier and hopeful. But by appreciating what you have, you're also energetically sending out a signal to the universe or to God that you are ready to receive more. Because instead of living in scarcity, you're living in gratitude, which is only going to help you attract more positive experiences and blessings towards you. This is why I'm such a big fan of writing down every single good thing that happens to me. I love giving myself proof that things do work out in my favor, no matter how small they are. It could be that someone opened the door for me, or it could be that someone gave me a compliment. I'm going to note it down and I'm going to have appreciation for it. A true queen is going to be grateful for her throne and her power. She's not going to take everything that she has for granted because she knows that there's others with less than what she has. So my love, how can you start showing more gratitude for the life that you have rather than focusing on the things that you don't have or your problems? I think that would be a very good journaling, reflecting question. Okay, my love, if you could give this video a thumbs up, that would really help my channel grow, and it would also help push this video out to more beautiful queens who need to learn about embodying their inner queen energy. And well, until the next one, bye!